Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys. Today we'll take a look at the euro currency, because here we've got some new details, not only on the euro currency but across the board, so on the dollar index, on other currencies, on the gold market, and all of them point on a potential weakness in the United States dollar. Currently it's difficult to say whether this will be long-term weakness or just some technical retracement. Maybe this is some kind of the preparation to European Central Bank meeting. Well, different reasons could be for that, but the fact is that we have the signs of dollar weakness across the board. So as you can see on the euro currency in general, market has started week well, and indeed our suggestion that market should drop further to the downside and taking out of these lows has been completed, because that has happened mostly in the turmoil in Italy. When, as you know, the two richest regions of the Italy, Lombardia and another region, just has made the voting referendum to get more rights, more freedom, and estimation of the development and some political issues for these regions. That has led to this drop on the euro currency, because this is second precedent in the European Union after the Catalonia in Spain. Now there's some regions in the Italy, so this could lead to some chain reaction as investors a bit scared of that and it's pressing on the euro. But this drop was not really very significant, and market shows this action just slightly below these lows, which suggests the same idea as we have discussed in our weekly research about the. If you remember, we have made the comparison of the euro currency and the dollar index. And the dollar index market, even on the last week, is raising the opportunity for upward continuation. I mean, on the euro currency. So on dollar index, this will be downside continuation. In the euro currency, by raising these lows, market has erased chances on appearing of the butterfly here. So here we couldn't get the butterfly anymore. That could point to the upside. But it doesn't mean that market can't move higher by some reasons. First of all, we could get different pattern here, but on the daily chart, what we should pay attention to is this candle. This is actually, guys, bullish stop grabber, and because market just for a few pips have touched the MACD line, and this grabber, if of course it will not be erased by dropping to the downside, this grabber suggests taking out of this top and possible upward continuation. Maybe I was not so interesting with this grabber, guys, but if you will take a look at some other assets, for example, you could take a look at gold market in euro, not in United States dollar, but in euro. This is daily chart of the gold that's denominated in euro. And you will see that market side by side 3 sessions in a row is forming grabbers. These grabbers also suggest the taking out of this top. It means that euro currency should rise faster than the gold market, all drop slower than the gold market, right? But if you'll take a look at the gold market right now, we will talk about it in our daily video a bit later today in session. So on the daily gold, we also have bullish grabber. So this bullish patterns. Also, guys, if you'll take a look across the board in other currencies, except maybe New Zealand dollar, that stands currently separately, you will see the changing of the sentiment of the market. So on the Great British Pound, you can see market is turning up, although we have the bearish grabbers here, as we have discussed. On Australian dollar, that we have talked previously about it, so we need to start searching for a chance to go long. Remember our discussion, our weekly research, right? So our ABCD pattern has been complete. Market right now turning to the upside, showing at least some kind of the action here. So the same we see right now on the euro currency. But this grabber is not the only pattern that we have. So we'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart. We could get godless triple to buy actually, guys. Our bullish divergence still in place. Market is forming AB equals CD pattern here. CD leg is a bit faster. That's why I think that market should show some kind of another minor leg down, some continuation to complete this AB CD action. This probably should happen. And particularly this pattern could lead to upside reversal. So you can see that currently situation is still tricky on the euro currency. And I think that we will not be able to talk about the possible downward continuation to the 115 area until market stands above these lows. So only if market will drop below these lows and break this neckline on the daily chart, we could start to talk about downward continuation. But right now, is too many patterns that could become the problem if you would like to take the short position right now. So because you have the bullish grabber and still well on the daily chart, on the 4-hour time frame chart, you have the potential ABCD patterns that could lead to the godless triple to buy, and this pattern suggests the upward action. You also will have here a bullish divergence that also suggests the taking out of these lows. On the hourly chart, guys, we also have here the divergence, as you can see, between these lows, and it really also could lead to further upward action here. But first, it seems that I think that market should show some kind of leg here, because you can see 127 extension of this retracement mostly coincides with the target of the ABCD. Besides, if you'll take a look at the dollar index 4-hour time frame chart, you will see that market has formed bullish grabber here. It also has the same pattern, of course, but in the opposite direction. So an appearing of the grabber here suggests that market should take out of this top, and that in turn should lead to completion of the ABCD pattern. That's the mirror of the situation on the euro currency that we have, right? We don't have the grabbers here, but making the parallel analysis with the dollar index lets us to clearly understand what to expect here. That's why currently I think that if you're bullish and bull traders currently have more chances to get the position because they have the patterns as on the daily chart on here, on the dollar index as well, so it could be traded the same situation. Bears right now stands in a difficult situation. From the one point of view, our suggestion that market should drop really has happened, and opportunity for a butterfly has been erased, but patterns that have appeared yesterday doesn't let us to take the short position right now, so doesn't make our situation simpler. That's why I think that really think about that taking the short positions will be able only when bullish patterns will be erased, and the godless triple two will be erased only if market will drop below these lows. So that's why I think that if you have the bearish view, you do not want to trade on the long side in euro currency. It's time just to wait. So do not do nothing and just wait what will happen. Because potentially, if our warnings about this situation with the godless triple two and this grabber will be true, market indeed will start our protection. We should get something of that sort. So we will get probably this kind of action to the upside, and it will be 119.30, so approximately the same area that we have discussed is top of this shoulder. So that's what we could get as a result. That's why, as I said, taking the short position right now it's a bit risky. So that's the new inputs that we've got from the yesterday trading, from yesterday session. Let's keep watching what is going on here and how situation will develop.